Hi, my name is Joseph and I will be presenting my project, Tell a Tale of a Trail, about the El Camino Real de los Tejas Trail. So firstly are the goals and product. My goal is to develop the essential skills of logical thinking, create problem solving, intellectual risk-taking and communicating, ask questions and explore theories, have opportunities to generate new ideas, develop and apply new map skills, hypothesize about life on the routes of Texas, draw conclusions about these routes, speculate on the impact of the route of Texas today, and develop an interactive web page. The product should be a web page with historically accurate information on the trail, a map. Uh, I should highlight the impact on Texas. Links to our resources. I should also properly document 10 artifacts highlighting the trail and its impact and changes over the years, and the community surrounding it. Each artifact does not need to be student created. For example, students may include photos, drawings, maps, letters, and diaries that may be photocopied as appropriate. The web page should be easy to navigate and to be user friendly. So the overview of my trail. The El Camino Rail, often known as the Texas Royal Highway, served a region originally owned by colonial Spain. The trail begins in colonial Mexico City and continues across Texas before ending in Natchitoches, Louisiana. The trail was an important route for the development of the South and was also used for a variety of other purposes. Significance to Texas. The trail was made in late 17th century. El Camino Real de los Tejas was a essential and communication route that was visited by Spanish traders, soldiers, missionaries, settlers, and traders. It made Christianization possible through the provisions of missions and helped Spain to keep its northern provinces. Why it was important. El Camino Real de los Tejas was an important historical route in America that played a crucial role in the development of the U.S. South. El Camino Real de los Tejas served as a political, economical, and cultural link between Mexico City and Los Angeles. Without this trail, it would have been much harder for the South to develop and bring more people in. And then in these 3 points right here, I'm just expanding more on the political, economical, and the culture of the trail. Also, a fun fact about the trail is that by calling a path or road Camino Real, it means that the road was protected under the Spanish crown and its viceroys. Location and map. The trail starts in Mexico and runs through Laredo and Villa de Dolores, continuing eastward to Los Angeles and Natchitoches in Texas and Louisiana. Additionally, it passes through cities like Austin and San Antonio, Texas. Right here is a link to an interactive map that you can see like on actual map. You can move around to see the actual trail on the map. So now I'm going to be showing my 10 artifacts that I found on the trail. First are Spanish coins. Which were used for trade purposes. Mission bells, which would be used to mark daily schedules. Iron horse tracks and spurs. They are fragments of what old horsemen used to use to maintain their horses. Flintlock, musket, and ammunition. These are the weapons of Spanish settlers. Religious medallions and crosses. These were used by saints and people to bring others into Christianity. ceramics and pottery. These are just pottery that were used for culture and as also cooking and storing. Indigenous arrowheads and tools. These tools were used by Native American tribes to just do daily tasks and fighting. Ox cart wheels. These were what the oxes used to carry all of the loot and all the stuff that they wanted to carry. Spanish mission. These are like all the documents and everything showing showing like how they used the trail to and 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 explore. And these are glass trade beads, which the natives used, was the Spanish brought in, and the native used, so the natives were able to use those as trading. The trail over time. In the in around the 1600s pre to late 1600s, originally Native American trade routes, the Spanish made the trail to connect Mexico City and East Texas. Around 1600s to 1700s, Spain made missions, presidios, and settlements along the trail, strengthening, controlling, and promoting Christianization. 1800 to 1836. After Mexico's independence, Texas saw a lot of settlers, leading to founding cities like San Felipe de Austin. 1836 to 1845. The trail played a big role in the Texas Revolution, supporting troops, movements, and commerce in cities like San Antonio and Galide. Late 1800s. With Texas statehood and railroad expansion, the trail lost importance as towns adapted to other infrastructure. 1900s to present. In 2004, the trail was designated a National Historic Trail, preserving its legacy in communities like San Antonio, Natchitoches, and Galad. Town along the trails today. Is San Antonio, which used to be a Spanish house road, which is now a big city. Nacogdoches, the oldest town in Texas, in the former trade center. Galad, home to Presidio La Bahia and important battle sites. Bastrop, started as a small Spanish and settler town. Conclusion. My conclusion. The El Camino de los Tejas, or the Texas Royal Highway, was a path that served the area once held by colonial Spain. The path begins in colonial Mexico and travels through Texas before ending at Natchitoches, Louisiana. This path was important. This path was an important path for the development of the South, as well as having several other uses. It was a factor in making Texas the place we have today. Now, these are all my citations and my links, and then that will be the end of my presentation.